Hello. Sorry I'm a little late today. We're gonna be sculpting Frieren from Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. And yeah, let's get right into it, right? So let me just start with a sphere, not an ecosphere. No thank you. I'll do 0.1 meters. And then let's begin. I'm gonna be doing my best to speed sculpt today. For no particular reason besides just trying to get faster, right? Yo, AJ, hello. How are you doing today? So yeah, sorry about being late today, but here we are. Let's pull this chin back a little. How are you doing today? Alright, that's not a bad start. I think I'm gonna do the neck separately today. Yo, Richard. Is there already a Blender 5.0.1? Yep, there is, and I'm using it right now. I didn't look up on into what they fixed, but apparently there were about 132 bug fixes. Hey Kaneda, hello. Hey Denji, welcome back to the stream. Okay, let's move things around. I hope you all are well today. Is anyone here going to be sculpting with me? Anyone up for the challenge? And then let's carve in the zygomatic bone, the mouth. I want to keep things very subtle. We're working with a female character today, and I don't want her features to be I don't want her features to be too prominent, right? Your little brother took your phone? I see. No, you're good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Alright, I think that's a decent start. Hey, game dev. Alright, let's pull out the mouth. Well, since we're working with anime forms again today, we're gonna have to keep the features all relatively smooth, all while still maintaining a lot of the plane changes across the face. So it's a really difficult task to do, one that I'm not necessarily used to per se, but that's why I want to do more of these, right? Okay, let's put in her eyes right off the bat. And it's gonna look a little weird at first, but that's okay. Do we want to do tiny eye today? I think not. I think I'm gonna be sculpting in her eyes. I'm gonna be integrating her eyes with the mesh. Just give it a shot again. Will you make anime head right now? Yes, I will. I will be doing that. It's gonna be quite a challenge for me. It's not that I've never done it before, but it's something that I don't do enough. So yeah, I'm hoping that, within the next few months or weeks or months or whatever, I'll get a little bit better at doing anime heads. Because I'm going to be sculpting a lot, by the way, guys. If in case you're unaware, I go live every day, and instead of documenting the process of the protagonist every single day, I've decided to now instead implement a lot of sculpts in between and only document whatever there's new to show, if that makes sense. Alright, the brow ridge, the temporalis. Let me just use the scrape brush instead. Let me just do that. There we go. You're not doing the Red Feathers project? Yeah, not today. No. Okay, and I want to make sure that every angle looks right. All right, you know what? Let me just do the ears real quick. I think that would definitely help with figuring out the proportions. So yeah, I'm doing things a little bit different today as opposed to what I've been doing. I've been extruding the features, like the ears, the neck, all from a single mesh, and I'm gonna go back to my roots and do them all separately instead today. And then we'll eventually merge all of them. Hey Briessa, caught early, let's go. You really want to make enemy heads as well, but still hard for you to make. Probably will make a practice. Yeah, you go. Yeah, go ahead and do that. We all need practice, right? For me, enemy heads isn't something that I do often enough for me to confidently say that I do them well, right? I mean, sculpting is, at the end of the day, sculpting is just sculpting, but again, like, if you're a creature sculptor, you would be able to sculpt an anime head as well, but, you know, since the shorthands, you would rely on different shorthands, your speed will show, right? Or rather, should I say, the lack of speed will show. And yeah, I want to get good at doing anime heads. All right. Let me just pull the ears out. I mean the tip of the ears out a little. And since we're working on Frieren, she has a really sharp chin, which I think I need to emphasize on a little. Let me just weaken this brush. I'm using the crease sharp brush, one of my favorite brushes to use for sure. You unlocked Ultra Instinct. What is that like? What did you do? Was something falling and you caught it mid-air? Alright, want to make sure that it's good from many different angles. Okay. Good. So no one else here is sculpting? Really? What about blendering or Houdiniing or anything else? Alright, her lips are pretty subtle, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add it in with the draw brush. And then with the crease sharp brush, I'm gonna create the little lip crease as such. And then, yeah, this little bottom lip thing is really crucial as well. you would see them being drawn in anime as like this little, tiny little shadow. Well, it depends on the anime as well, actually. Blendering all day, every day. Nice. You were dodging punch by punch like crazy. Okay, okay. I see, I see. We were sculpting a couple of hours ago for anatomy stuff. Nice. What were you studying today? Or what did you study today? Alright. I think that's looking... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This happens from time to time. The little bug. I don't know if you guys saw that. Okay, let me just continue moving things around. Those big anime eyes. Let me just get them right. Okay. Yo, Childish, how you doing today? Not gonna lie, the model already look good. Thank you. A lot of work to be done, but I'll take that. And then Frieren has this really prominent eye line. Let me just... You gonna try to make it through the whole life? Alright. We'll see how that goes. Doing the lick sculpt, I see. Well, I hope the study went well. Okay. Let me just think of how to improve this real quick. Okay, I'm gonna sharpen this up, and then... Yeah, we're gonna need more details later for this portion of the eye, but let me just observe real quick. Because, okay, that appears to be way up there. Way up there. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh shit! I just realized that I didn't change or add a reference picture, so let me just do that real quick. Whoops. My bad. Okay, let me just save this. Export. Selected images and desktop. Name Quev, and then we'll do this, but instead of that, it'll be this. Alright, we're gonna have to tweak some things. There we go. One second. There we go, that's good enough, right? Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, sorry about that. Let's get back at this. Hey, splits. Chin view challenge, as per usual, of course. Just question, do I know Speed Char Live? Yes, definitely. increase chat a bit? What do you mean increase chat? Like the size? The font size? I don't want the font to be too big though. Yo, deactivated, hello. But is it really hard is it hard to read the chat? Should I perhaps change something about it? Okay, let's not spend too much time refining things. Let's just move. I'm gonna try to finish this sculpt in, as in the base, like the pre-color stuff, in like the next 30 minutes. I'm gonna try. I'm challenging myself today to be a little bit faster. There we go. I'm gonna pull out the tragus. That's Frieren, you love her? Let's go. It's hard to read on mobile. Oh, I see. Okay, I'll do that in a bit. Okay. Let me just move that. But yeah, that's my dilemma right now. Is like, if I were to increase it for the mobile users, it's gonna be way too big for the people on, you know, the computer, especially if you're watching the VOD to you know, study how I go about sculpting things. Would it be too in the way? You know what, maybe I'll pick like a better font size. Sorry, a better font that is easier to read, while still being able to leave it small. Because now that I'm looking at it, it does look a little hard to read. So I get it. Only slightly? Okay. How do I earn money in Blender? Any tips? You don't earn money doing Blender, you earn money doing doing whatever you can that requires you to use Blender. I think that's really what you meant anyway, but just think of, like, you know, look into the different markets and like the different markets that you could, you know, work on. What is your skill level? What do you want to work as? You know, you could sell courses, you could create content teaching how to do Blender. You know, it really depends on what you want to do. So how you make money is really about just being able to provide a service. And you got to think, like, what service do you want to provide? You could do 3D prints. You could do many things with Blender, right? But it really depends. It all boils down to the kind of service that you want to provide. My jaw is cracking like crazy. Okay. Lock in, lock in. Let's not spend too much time on this. Okay, let me increase the font size a little then. 1 second. Just pause the sculpt. Okay, font size. Let me look at OBS real quick. What have I been eating? I've been eating them protein. Wait, what about this? Is that... Did I change it at all? It's kind of hard to tell. Because there isn't like a number indicator in this little thing here. It's just a slider. What if I do this? Is that better? How about that? Yeah, I think I'll leave it bold instead. How about that? And then I'll there we go. Who have I been eating? Chill, chill, chill. Hey, yo. How's that split, by the way? Is that easier to read? All I did was to, I believe, change the bold settings, and I'm not entirely sure if I increased the size, because there, again, like I said, there isn't like a number to indicate that the size, I mean. Okay, just let me know how it is. Is it easier to read? Try a different font? Oh, okay. I see. So it's the font then, huh? That's unfortunate. Because I sort of have like an idea of how I want the stream to look. But if it's too difficult to read, then... I could look into a better font. An elf? Yes, she is. Okay, I think that's not too bad of a start. Let me just make things a little clearer for me to see. Do this. Do that. Okay. Let me just pull this back a bit. Yo, no wonder. Okay. Just like that. All right. I think that's good. Okay. I gotta bring this wider. I gotta bring this out a little bit more. Something like that. Now it's a little too low. Let me just bring it up while leaving it wide. There we go. Alright, let me just bring her lips a little higher. It's a very delicate sculpt. Okay, let's not get too carried away. Alright, let's move on to maybe her hair. What are we doing here today? We're working on a Frieren sculpt. Frieren. Have you guys seen Frieren? I think some of you have, right? Okay, let's do Do we want to do tiny hair today? I think we do. So let's just get it out of the way. Let's just quickly create a curve. And then we're gonna set origin. Bring this forward. Can always readjust the hair later. I'll just do a quick one. Just quickly place those clumps real quick. There we go. Boom. Boom. Not sure how far they go, but let's just do face and that. Okay. And I'll do a mirror modifier. Boom. And let's do a circle. Now, I want those points to be a little sharper, and then I'm gonna bring these two closer to one another. Wait, what? What the hell happened there? Okay. Alright. Now, instead of using this curve to tube function, actually we could do that. Let me think. It's kind of convenient to have it here. Let me think about this real quick. Yeah, I'll use this. I'll use that. And then I'll do custom shape. There we go. And instead of having the UV map be this, I'm gonna set it to vector just to show the difference that it makes. Okay, let me just do it here instead so you guys can see. And then I'll just throw in a tiny hair shader real quick. We're gonna need a new material. And then I'll start with blonde. Alright, just to showcase the difference between the two options. Alright, here we go. So initially it was, I think initially it was set to length. You set it to factor, there we go. It reacts more appropriately. It's more catered to how Tiny Hair Shader was set up to work. But I don't want those transparent tips. Not today. And instead of looking at this, instead of looking at the Tiny Hair Shader, I'm gonna... Okay, actually first things first, I'm gonna turn off the metallic in here. I'm gonna have to add that option and do a little update. But let's see, what color is her hair? It's like, it has like a tinge of purple. I'm gonna name this character Stella. This character, as in Frieren, you're gonna name her Stella. Why? Why would you do that? Why? Okay, but instead of looking at this for now, we're gonna use a diffuse BSDF instead. A little less distracting. And for her face, I'm just gonna add in a quick skin tone, maybe something like that. Yeah, 0.05. And we'll reduce the saturation. There we go. Alright, now let's get back into this viewport and yeah, let's begin. adding those hair. You thought she didn't have a name? What the heck? First, welcome to the stream, Mecha, and hydrate. Okay. That was a weak burp. My burp game hasn't been on as of late. Weak. Okay. Now let's do her hair. Let's remove the annoying merge. Get out of here. Okay. Yeah, I think this could be a little more rounded. There we go. And then we'll do her little side fringes. Let's do a subdivide. It's gonna look silly at first, as per usual. Let's hide that. How are y'all doing anyway? I was watching My Hero Academia earlier while I was eating. I know I should be watching the course instead, but I need my daily dose of entertainment. I was watching that earlier today, and actually I was eating right before I went live, so I was late for not any productive reasons. I just forgot to eat because I was doing work. I was working, and there we go. I was working and I lost track of time, and I realized that I was really, really hungry. So, yeah. I knew you knew I was gonna do Frieren. Where's the goat, Ben 10? How about tomorrow? How does tomorrow sound? We'll do Ben 10 tomorrow. Would you like that? Do I know Dylan Goo? Yes, I'm aware of them. I'm aware of what they do, roughly. I might be familiar. He did the Overwatch characters as cats called Katsuwatch. Oh, that in particular I'm not familiar with. All I know is that they are working on the PB. No, sorry, not the PBR. The what is the opposite of that? The non-PBR? The non-PBR shaders. And they're integrating that with Blender officially, so yeah, I'm aware of their existence. But I am not familiar with the things that you just mentioned. And PR, there you go, thank you. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with it, or what they pull off. Is it already out? Am I just not caught up with it? Because all I heard is that they were gonna work on an NPR that will officially ship out with Blender, but I don't think I've heard any updates since. Yes, you would. Thank you. Hell yeah. Alright, Ben 10 tomorrow. I guess you do UAF version because people disagreed with Omniverse on Discord. UAF? You guys... Wait, what? I guess... Oh, you guys do UAF version because people disagreed with Omniverse on Discord. Okay, what is UAF? But you're still talking about Ben 10. Ben 10 UAF? Ultimate Alien Force. Okay, sure. And we're talking about like the main character, right? Like just Ben himself, not any alien in particular. Okay, Ultimate. Okay, got it. You have Goo Engine, but you haven't used it yet. He has a personal fork, but you don't think it's out officially yet. I see. Okay. Just Ben. Okay, great. So we're not doing red feathers anymore. Okay, I'll explain. I'll explain again. So if anyone isn't aware, it's not that I've stopped working on red feathers. I'm actively working on it offline. In fact, I'm pretty happy with the current progress of it, but I am behind time a little. But the reason why I'm not streaming that today is because I have nothing new in particular to show, right? It's still, I'm practically still in the modeling and texture painting stage. Still, you know, the things that you guys have been seeing the past few streams, and I just figured that it's a little too boring, right, for you guys to watch. And also, I'm trying to get the Naki channel on YouTube to be monetized. Not Tiny Naki, like just Naki, right? And people have been more receptive with the sculpting streams more so than the red feather streams, obviously, right? Because what is new with red feathers? So the next time I stream red feathers, it'll be on the rigging stage, because you guys haven't seen anything I haven't streamed anything related to rigging. So yeah, it got a little too repetitive, I felt. So yeah, it's not that I've stopped working on red feathers. It's that instead of streaming red feathers every single day, I've decided to do some in-between sculpting streams, and then occasionally, or rather, it's gonna be like sculpting streams with red feather streams in between, because well, unless there's something new to stream about in regards to red feathers, right? Does that make sense? I should probably do a command prompt on that. Have you stopped working on red feathers? Have you stopped working on red feathers? And I'll just press this one button to answer that question. Maybe I'll do like a YouTube video, an unlisted YouTube video. That'll be efficient, right? Alright, so the next character that I'll be working on it's gonna be Ben 10, and then the sculpt after. I'm thinking between another anime character versus another stylized head. But I guess we'll see. Okay. Let me just make sure that I'm using the right profile. Yeah, I want to use the thinner one. There we go. There we go. Hide. Hi, Sunita. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the red feather streams are did you guys think that they got repetitive, or was it just me? Because I felt that it got too repetitive. Like, it's basically the same thing over and over again. Actually, before I continue working on that, I'm gonna have to add the position of the ponytail before I get too carried away. when you start rigging, consider using your rigging add-on. What is your rigging add-on called? But I'll probably be using whatever I'm being taught. I just position that. Let's see, which one do I want to use? That one's pretty good. Alright, this one's pretty good. I'll use this. Boom, boom, boom. How about Kaido from One Piece? Kaido. Ooh. Okay, this looks like a very fun character to sculpt. And I feel like this would be like a full body sculpt would do the character more justice, but it's gonna take me a long time to do this. I'm no speed char by any means. But maybe one day when I get fast enough to sculpt on stream, because, you know, sculpting on stream and off stream is pretty different, at least for me, then I'll get into this, because this looks like a really fun character to sculpt. I won't lie. I'd like to work on that someday. Alma Tokita? Oma Tokita. Oh! Damn, that's badass. Is that Bucky? Badass. Okay, okay. Very sculptable as well. But perhaps someday when I get good, right? When I can do those characters justice, then I'll do them for sure. They look fun to sculpt. Okay, now let's get back at this. I think I gotta bring this further back here. There we go. Should have done this way earlier. There it is. Alright, I'm gonna pull that up. Hey, Suction. In development, don't know when you plan to rig. It may be completed before you begin. I see. I mean, never say never, but it yeah, no promises, right? Because I'm currently taking up a rigging course, and most likely will be using whatever they use. And I plan to look into what is it again? Storm? You know, the new Blender rig? I want to see what that's about and see if that's applicable to what I do. I'm gonna have to subscribe to Blender Studio someday. Alright. Let me just move that there. Okay. There it is. I think once I can convert these hairs into meshes, I'll fix a lot of the weird gaps. There we go. Let's see what that looks like in color. Okay, not so bad. I've been live for, let's see, 45 minutes already? What the fuck? Okay, let's speed up. Let's speed things up, guys. This is speed sculpt. Damn it. Okay. Hi, Mike. Bring back poles after Bantan sculpt. Not for the time being. Not for the time being. Someday perhaps, but for now, no. It's too much effort for. I mean, I feel like there isn't enough participants for me to put in that much effort in, you know, into. If no one's gonna participate, I think I'd much rather just sculpt whatever I feel like sculpting. Right. So maybe when the community gets a little bit bigger, then I'll consider bringing it back. Otherwise, it'll just be too much effort for nothing, you know. Okay, there we go. Duplicate. We're almost done with the back part of the hair. Not the most important part anyway, but I think it's gonna bother me if I left it bald. You mean people participating sculptings? Yeah. Yes. Maybe I could do like a smaller scale poll where I don't do all of the references thing, you know. I'll just do like a quick casual poll. Maybe I'll just do that instead of you know, what I used to do was to create these references for people to see, right? Every single time. And that took quite a bit of time. So we'll see. I mean, the poll could be useful for people to vote in what they want to vote. So yeah, maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it. So long as it doesn't take too much effort. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this blob. Friggin' blob. This is like when you made 100 heads, remember, right? Right. You know, a part of me is tempted to do these sculpting streams on the main channel, but I don't want to confuse people, because it would be nice to have these streams monetized. So you know, at least I'll get $1 out of it. But no worries. I believe that these sculpting streams are gonna get the channel monetized in no time. Okay, I'll yeah, once I convert it into a mesh, I should be able to manipulate these guys around. I think I want to make this slightly thicker. There we go. Yeah, that looks about right. Bonjour, hey, Frateller. Background music name, this is from Maple Story, Aquarium. Just look up Maple Story Aquarium, and you'll find it. Okay, the hair is roughly done-ish, as in, you know, it's a block out. So let's move on to... Do I want to block out the neck piece? Maybe I should do that next. Yeah, let's do that next. Alright, let's start with a cylinder, of course. Let's scale this down. Oops. Nice, Frieren. Thank you. I'm really excited for season 2. It's coming out real soon. Any Frieren watchers? I'm so excited for Frieren season 2. Alright, there we go. I will duplicate that. Alt S. And then we will do a solidify. Modifier, apply scale. Alright. Let me just turn on the mirror modifier and move things around. You're a Stark Watcher, I see. Imagine if they made a spin-off. You didn't watch season 1, but you want to? Ah, you should. You should. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a subdiv. There we go. What the? Why is it acting this way? Alright, there it is. And we'll throw in a temporary material. I want to diffuse instead. There we go. And then for this, here's what I'm gonna do. I am... see. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bevel that so that I could delete that face, and then gonna duplicate this, bring that in a little, connect that with that by last, and then I'll bring that in. Good. Let me just solidify that real quick. I'm gonna set this to 0, and I think it's a little too thick. Let me see. Let's do like 0. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. We can always shrink it down as such. There we go. Yeah, we could bring this way up. Apply scale. Bring that up to... apply scale. Alright. Okay, now her neck is a little long, huh? Okay. Storm reviewed. You'll give the spiel later in development. I see. Okay. So what Wi-Fi do I use? 5G or something? Yes, I currently use 5G. That's right. That is right. Okay, I think the blockout is looking not too bad. Let me just move that out. There we go. Alright, not bad. We'll add the gold trims later. We're making clothes. I think this is as far as I'm gonna go. I don't want to do too much because I'm trying to keep this under 3 hours. Ideally, I want to do this in 2 hours. That is like a little challenge that I've set for myself. But whether I actually hit it, you know, we'll find out, right? But yeah, let's give it a shot. Is anyone here sculpting? No sculptors today? Alright, let me just do that. "56 minutes, pretty good progress, thank you. You're sculpting? Oldest? Wait a minute. Is that actually oldest? Let me just fact check this. Where's my YouTube chat? It's you? Go to channel. Yo! Alright, welcome to the stream, Oldest. What the heck? Yeah, welcome. I've got one of your books. Wait, where is it at? I got your book propped up here. Hey! Anatomy for Sculptors, guys. Wanna get good? Get A4S. One second, let me just pause. Reference. Animation timing correction in here, I see. Okay. You're sculpting? Hell yeah. Maybe you would be more willing if someone made a toot. Someday, Mecha. Again, like, I gotta get a little bit better at sculpting heads because it's, you know, since I've been working on the short film, I've been a little rusty, and I think this, you know, these sculpting streams will get me back on track. You know. Cool, appreciate it. Yeah, of course. How are you doing today? Well, what are you up to? I mean, you said you're sculpting, right? So it's really cool to hear. What if Blender showed up on this stream? Well, Dr. Frieren showed up yesterday. The lead of the animation and rigging module of Blender. He was here yesterday on Twitch. And now we have Oldest Zarins from the creator of Anatomy for Sculptors. Pretty a little intimidated, right? Just a little. But yeah, hope you're well. We're working on assets for video tutorials. I see. Actually, to Dr. Frieren or to Oldest? But yes to both. Yo, Marshall, you're at a party, but still here and no sound? I see. I see. Welcome, Marshall. You were gonna say some pirate shit to be funny? Oh my god. Mecca. Okay. I think I should be ready to move on to doing a bit of refinement. So let's do a full copy. Refine. There we go. Alright, I'll do convert to mesh, and then I'll join and remesh. What he was, and you missed him because of your brother? Well, you have the creator of Anatomy for Sculptors here, so there you go, you didn't miss that one. Alright, now that we have it merged, let's smooth things out. You know, I didn't add any of the SCM action here, but it won't be that visible anyway, so it's fine. Let me just smooth things out. I think we're gonna need a bit more resolution than this, but before I proceed on with adding more resolution, I think I'm gonna just clean things up a little, just do a little bit of a housekeeping here and there. Make sure that we retain the forms that we've already added in. Okay. All right. Great. Okay, looks a little foolish right now, a little stupid, but it's part of the process, right? So I'm gonna up the resolution a little bit more, and we're gonna start making things a little prettier. Ears are looking nice, thank you. More round, narrow face, a little bit of the same face syndrome, I see. Okay, let me look at this picture instead. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is to add in the lids. Like that. And then, let's see. She has a fairly high brow ridge, which isn't necessarily showcased in the drawings. But if you were to break down her face, right, like this right here, that is the fat pad, and then that is I forgot the term, her eyelids, and then that is where the eyeball crease is. And her brows are way up there. So I'm gonna have to somehow capture that without it being creepy looking. So let's do that. Okay. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Alright, I'm gonna add some of that. I'm being very gentle right now. We're blending today? Hell yeah. Test. Go to Google. Wait, go. Oh, time for you to go. Good luck with the model piece by AJ. Take care. Alright. Smooth. Okay, it's a little too much. Gotta make it more subtle. Let me just blend that out. Man, anime is hard to sculpt. Okay. There we go. Let me lower the music a little. I think it's getting... This music in particular tends to be extra loud. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Your tube was bugging out. You had to refresh. Not on my side? Okay, great. I see. That's why you did the little test. Okay. Let's do... There we go. That little flat area right there. There we go. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Oh, now her eyes are a little too flat. There we go, that's a lot better. Okay, now her zygomatic bone looks a little too flushed in, so I'm gonna add it back in. Okay. I'm fixing it bit by bit. We'll get there. Frieren face is funny. Oh, you're talking about the angled face? I'm not sure, Mecca. You guys think I say I see when I said I see? You always smirk at it. I see. Very icy. I see. Okay, let me see. Just the character? Oh no, I thought you were talking about the really popular the up angle head. I don't know if you've seen it, the fan art of Frieren looking up. Have you seen that? I liked on your end as well. Oh no. I think I should be good. Internet-wise. Alright, and then gonna look silly, but I need to get that right. Ah, the bottom lid. Just wanna get like some of the action there before I smooth things out. So let me just you know. I just want it to exist. Then we'll fix it later. You saw? Funny and cute, the community was so nice to each other, right? Yeah, I really love the response it got. Not lagging on your side? Hell yeah. The angle, funny as fuck. You gotta do it sometime in 3D. That'll be fun. Like everyone were helping each other. Very wholesome, right? Yeah, really, the art community is it's really cool. It can get toxic at like that one very particular spot of the art community, but other than that, you know, besides the bad apples, it's a really wholesome community. Alright. Okay. Great. Now, let me see. I'm gonna use a different matte cap. This one is a little hard to see at certain angles. Okay. Alright, now let's do her lips. Actually, no, let's do her nose. And then we'll do her lips later. Okay, let's push that in. So I want to keep the forms very, very subtle. The classic gatekeeping part, exactly. Present in every sector, we don't talk about that exactly. We don't include those, right? They always exist. Okay, I think I want to pull that back a bit. Just like that. Okay, we'll round it out in a bit. We'll smooth it out in a bit, but let me just make sure that these areas look right. Let me just use the draw brush. There we go. Like, I want these forms to exist, but at the same time they gotta be all nicely blended out. It's so hard. So hard to do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix a lot of the things here. Probably do another round of remesh. Okay. And then this part here, it's a little too high up. I'm gonna bring that down. It's a nice little triangle. Right. That's a little creepy, but I think we're like we headed in a step in the right direction. A little creepy still, but that's part of the process, right? The original Frieren angle art paired with the weirdly drawn Sasuke, it's so hilarious. I've seen it. It's peak. Which specific part of the art community is toxic? Specifically the gatekeepy, everything is AI part of the community. You know, you drew this character like one or two values too light or too dark. It's the nitpicky, gatekeepy group of people. Instead of providing a constructive criticism, they just whine and cry about it, as if the world owe them something. You know, that group of people. Yeah. You know, sometimes people just aren't as skilled as they want to be, right? And the last thing they need to hear is someone criticizing them for the wrong reasons. Like, hey, I suck. I didn't mean to lighten this person a little too much, you know, or darken the person too much, or I didn't mean to sharpen their face this much. Yo, Elevax. Yo, Niche. I can't believe Naki is using AI to make us... Oh, wait, what is that emote? What is that emote? Think? Make us think? He's using Blender right now? Guys, this is all just an AI prompt. All I did was type in Frieren WIP in Blender viewport. Exactly. What are you up to, Niche? Today is your day off with Rain, right? How are you doing, Elvex? Very low in number, but the loudest. Exactly. All right. Look, Naki, it's another furry. About to hop in a call with her, just peeking around a bit beforehand. Thanks, Nisha, appreciate that. And yeah, you have a good time. Good time. Oh, by the way, I'm currently at season 3 of My Hero Academia. Oh my god. It's so good. Boku no Hero. That scared you? Glad to see you sculpting the real goat. Yeah. I binging? I am. I'm guilty. I should be watching the fucking course instead, but I cannot help but to watch it. Season 3 already? Yes. Yeah. Guilty as charged. Yeah. Whenever I eat, whenever I'm on a break, I'll throw it on. Instead of practicing the guitar, instead of watching the course. No. Just 1 or 2 episodes, and then it'll snowball into like 4 episodes or 5 episodes. Like okay, let's go to sleep. All right, let me let's see. Do I want to sculpt in or out? Do I want to sculpt the eyeball, the cornea, in or out? Let me think. I'll do out. I'll do this. I'm so excited for season 2 of Frieren. It's gonna be peak. I don't want to jinx it. Oof. Looking a little awkward. Oh, I see the problem now. Let me just move her eyes a little closer. Bring this down. Yikes. Bro. Bro, what the heck? Fucking bug. Okay. Who bugged my tablet? Only if there's more Stark. We'll see. I guess we'll see. Tiny eye. Thank you. Yes, Tiny Eye is a free, fully procedural stylized eye. Ugh. Man, sculpting eyes within the mesh is so hard. That's why you use Tiny Eye, right? Okay, let me just make sure that it's clear that this is the lacrimal caruncle. Oh my god. She looks stupid. Okay, let me just... Ah. There we go. Was I about to say who? No. No. I would never. Okay. Man. Let me just, Oof, I am struggling with this. Okay. Lock in. Are you locked in? Because I am now. Okay. Let's smooth that out. Oh my god. This part is all messed up. Okay, let's unfuck this area. Let's be intentional, alright? There we go. You be locked in with, you don't know, Toot? Okay. Come on. Come on now. Oh, would you actually watch the tutorial, Mecha? And plus, like, out of all people, you want to learn from me? Really? Are you sure about that? You sure about that, Brody? You want to learn from me on how to sculpt heads? Kate Wynn. Ah. How you doing today? How you doing? Let me just bring this down. Let's see if she looks stupid in color. Yep. You weren't first. Not today, I guess. Should do another one for second. Yes, because I would be the closest to your skill level. Then wouldn't you want to learn from someone who is like way above me? Or are you saying that the other sculptors are just way too advanced for you to learn from? Okay, let me see. Reference. Oh, what the heck happened there? There we go. All right. Okay, you know what? Let me just paint in her eyes real quick. Maybe that'll help. How long have I been live? 128. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Oh right. Okay, okay. I don't have that here. Paint. Attribute. There we go. Okay, lock in, lock in. Okay, give me... Oop, let me just play a different playlist. There we go. There we go. Dang, you got talent, man. Good job. Keep it up. Thank you, Cool Deluxe. Thank you. Appreciate that. And welcome to the stream. Alright, I'm gonna desaturate that. Whoa, why is the value set so high? Well, that's a little too bright. Let's not desaturate, but lower the values a little. I get that's just an elf, but I think 0.9 is a little too little room to work with. There we go. Now that's better. Okay, now let's give her some eyeballs. I'm gonna speed run this. Man, I thought I could finish this in like 2 hours, but I struggled like crazy with the eyes. Smear. Let's smear that. Boom, 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 boom. 5 booms. Also focus, wait. Just slate some top ramen. You think you're going to do another? Give you a reason not to? Ooh. You know, I'm when it comes to food, I'm like the worst influence. I'm the kind who would encourage you to go get it. So, hey, you only live once, right? Go get it. Do it. How long have I been working with Blender? I've been working with Blender since mid-2020, but do keep in mind that I do have prior experience with Maya, so I've done like some hard modeling, hard surface modeling stuff in Maya. Just do keep that in mind. Oof, that is rough. Rough. Okay, let me just paint in the greens, just so that I, you know, get an idea of where I should move things. But if we're talking about sculpting characters, I've been only sculpting characters seriously since mid-2023. I've done some character stuff, some chibi slash children's illustration stuff in 3D in like, you know, mid-2022. Oh my god, this is so cursed. Okay, but at least this is helping me out with knowing where to place things. Okay, yeah, this is cursed. We gotta uncurse this. Back in 3 minutes, hell yeah. Okay, this could be the next meme, guys. This could be the next meme. I think this has potential. Derpy, exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me just move that there. This is the stage in art where you question every bit of your ability to do what you normally do. You want to have imposter syndrome? Just linger in this stage. Okay, now let me just paint the black parts. Don't forget, you're handling us. Right, right. This is why I gotta do this more often. This is my training for the sculpting sculpting competition that is inevitably gonna happen. I don't know when, but it's whenever that happens, at least I'll be ready, right? You're getting better at pre-shooting the songs. You pre-shot 4 songs today. Hell yeah. I get you. I used to play this one particular playlist all the time whenever I'm doing work. And I would pre-shoot a lot of the songs. It's like whenever the song is about to end, that is when like the melody of the next song starts to trickle in. You're like, wait, I think this song is gonna play next. Oh my god, this looks so cursed. But okay, you know what? Instead of like fixating on that, I'm gonna just throw in the lashes because I feel that the lashes will help, I guess, help me figure out the proportions a little bit better. They all come into play for sure. Exactly right. Yeah. That's how it happens. Okay, and then we're gonna have to bring this up. Boom. Like that. Here we go. And then let's mirror that and set that to black. Just like that. Okay, now let's add in the brows too, right? But before I do that, let me just add in this portion of the lashes, just like that. Did you pre-shoot this one? Oh my god. Congrats. Yo, Praise Brown, welcome to the stream. Alright, there we go. Still looking a little derpy, but I think this will help me a lot. Okay. And then I'll add in the brows. And I'm gonna work with the plane instead. That way, I could still move things around freely. I'll just have this shrink wrap to the head, or the brow ridge, the supraorbitals, and all of that crap. Just like that. Sometimes you throw some poly paint shadows directly on the eyeball under the upper eyelid just to make it look more like the reference. Fair enough, that is true, I do gotta do that. I will be doing that for sure. I did see this trick somewhere online. Let me see if I could do that. Yeah. Let me just assign this to that. This looks so cursed, but okay. Trust the process, guys. Trust the process. Okay. I did see this little trick online, where they would model in the shadows instead. Let's see. Let's try that out today, because why not? So let's do the eyeshadow I mean, not the makeup, but the literal shadow that is casted by the upper lids. And then we'll do that. Alright, while I work on this, I guess I should just mention now that for anyone new here, anyone just tuning in, and you're unaware of how the stream runs, I currently go live every single day on both YouTube and Twitch, and I go live at these timings. There we go. Every day. And the initial plan was for me to go live so that I could document the process of my short film that I'm working on, called Red Feathers, but I've come to realize that it got a little too repetitive. So instead of doing that every day, I'll just, do some sculpts in between instead. That's a little... It's a little too grainy. Oops. Discord, there you go, thank you. Yes, we do have a Discord as well. Okay. There's a trick that I saw, but I think that looks a little much. Okay, we'll do that later. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fill in the brows, just like that. Yo! Phoenix, I really appreciate
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate it. I'm doing good. How about you? I really appreciate the Prime. You forgot to leave a like and smash the subscribe button last time you were here. You're bad. It's all good. It is all good, dude. Appreciate y'all. Regardless. Also good. Just got back from the gym. Oh hell yeah. I skipped the gym today. I'm guilty. Only 2 subs left for 500 push-ups? No, not okay. Come on. 500. You're gonna get me killed. You're gonna get me killed. Oh no. Okay. I think my chests, they're recovered, so if we somehow hit it today, I should be good. Hydrate, thank you. Oh, you hit pecs? Man, that was a while ago. A while ago for it to be recovered now. I was supposed to hit back today, and then pecs tomorrow. But here we are. Slacking off. No, I mean, more like choosing to do Blender stuff over the gym. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Yeah, that looks stupid, but I'm just gonna trust the process. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna believe that it's all gonna turn out okay. Skipping gym is illegal. I know. Guilty. Okay, now let me just add a bit of that thing below. Multiply. Okay. Let's see. How can I move things around? I think I want her lips to be a little bit more downwards. And I think I've made her her expression a little too I guess alive. So let's bring that down, make it a little bit more neutral. And I feel like a lot of the texture painting stuff is gonna come in, or vertex painting stuff is gonna come in really handy to making her look more like the reference. So, let's see. Oh, what the hell is that? Hello? Okay. Her anti-helix. Yeah. There we go. Yo, Colin. Second ramen, primed and ready? Hell yeah. You're not gonna use your eye shader? Not today. Not today. I was contemplating between doing that and sculpting the eye within the mesh itself. You know, if done right, I feel like sculpting the mesh, sculpting the eye within the mesh itself tends to be a little more appealing for anime characters, but it comes with a great risk as presented right now. And in case I haven't said it, hey Colin, welcome to the stream. I just realized our first message. Make sure you lifting in a twisting jerkin motion with your back. No reason to be suspicious at all. Yeah. I am paying the price right now, but again, the classic trust the process. I'm just gonna stick hard into that. Let's see. I've been live for an hour and 48 minutes. Oh god. There goes my speed sculpt in 2 hours. Okay, let me just move things around. Okay. I think I'm ready to up the rest a little. That way there's a bit more room for me to paint on. So let's just do that real quick. Full copy, refine to, and let's just go for it. All right. Let's do attribute. Oh, that is so cursed. Colin, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's try to uncursify this. So let's go to paint. I'm gonna just smooth things out for now. And then Let's just crispify things. So let's make this a little sharper. Actually, I'll turn off the attribute real quick. Alright, and then I want this to be a little plumber. Mac Attack, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Oof. Anyone here? Anyone else here sculpting, or still sculpting? Actually, is anyone speed sculpting? I'm attempting to do that, but I'm already like an hour and 50 minutes in. Not right now? Okay, fair enough. There we go. Ooh. And then the little eye dent. The eye line here. Speed troubleshooting. I like that. Let me unhide that. Whoop. That. And I think it starts from here. It goes down there. Not speed sculpting, but sculpting. Nice. What are you working on, Splits? Are you gonna drop it on the Discord? If you want, you could drop it in the work-alongs later. Okay. Okay, now let's do the paint. General? Okay. You're also sculpting a character for your short film? Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'm also gonna have to... I have like 5 more characters to sculpt for my short film. And... I want to get better at sculpting before I work on the rest of the characters. You know, in hindsight, I should have worked on a less important character first before doing the protagonist. But that's okay. A fan art entry, nice, okay. I'll check it after I'm done with the sculpt. Okay, it's still a little derpish. So I do want to move this in a little. Let's do like here maybe. Let me just look a little bit more here. And then we'll do that. Yeah. There we go. That's way less derpish. Hey, Al Jose hosts a lot. Al hosts a lot. Hello, welcome to the stream. You think you found the ultimate 2D fan animator? 2D fan animator? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? A 2D fan animator of who in particular? Or just in general? Okay, that's slightly less derpish, right? You know, I think for my next anime sculpt, I'm gonna try working with a lettuce instead. I'm gonna throw in tiny eye and then work with a lettuce to make sure that the eye appears more, you know, like anime-like, you know, on the flatter side, while still having, you know, control of the rotation and the placement of the eye. Da Vinci? I see. Can you please try making her head wider with the focus on her head, her head roundish? Wider? Even wider than this? Really? Okay, let me move that. He's got a wide head. Okay. Knockoffs, fear not. I am here. Welcome, hero. The hair is giving more roundish vibes since we don't see some part of the hair. Yeah, maybe the hair will settle that white problem. But okay, let me just see. Like, I guess it depends on which reference you're looking at. She does have a white head. That is true. You know what? I think it's the masseter that is kind of lacking. Like it's this area here. Not necessarily the head. Maybe the back of the head too, actually. Alright, and then the chin. The chin is a really hard one to get. Because it's so pointy in the drawing, but it's gonna look so weird in 3D. Dobby is a good elf. Hello, fellow knockoff. So who here is knockoff number 1? Who here is knockoff number 2? You guys need like factory names, right? Knockoff 1A. Oof, this part is a little much. Let's smooth that out. Okay, let's see. All right. See where we're at. Okay, let me just reposition the brows real quick. So I'm gonna remove that and this, and do that. Let me just look at the reference. I don't wanna hop between too many different references because they're all, after all, 2D drawings. I gotta stick to one and stay close to that particular reference. I'm looking at one particular one that I'm trying to follow. So it may not look exactly the same as it does in the reference in OBS. There we go. Let's pull this a little lower. Your thing won? We all think we are the original? Yeah. I think I like that. I like that lore. And hey Mac Attack, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, that lore is good. Y'all think that you guys are the original. But you're all knockoffs. All of you. Okay. Now, let me just fix the cornea. It has to be perfectly round-ish. How long have I been live for? 2 hours and 4 minutes. Okay, let's try to get this done in like the next 20 minutes. So I'm gonna have to lock in for real. For real. And then yeah, let's go. I think it's possible. Once I add in the poly paint, I think things will look a little more appealing. Here we go. And then I'll just soften that out, the cornea. Now let's paint in the iris. Perspective ain't right. Next one who talks loses and have to kiss up gift. Someone sound effect him. Corny, yeah? Hey. Okay, paint. Now let's do let's see. Which one do I want to follow? I'll follow this one, okay. By the way, if anyone's confused, I'm looking at another monitor. I have a bunch of references propped up on my second monitor. Okay, let me just paint in the iris. And I just make sure that it's still not too okay, good. I know it looks funny right now, but give it time, give it time. Okay, I think I want to desaturate that a little. Make it a little bit more bluish. Just like so. And then this green, be lighter. Maybe I'll use a soft brush. Give me a soft brush instead. Oh, the colors are not unified. I did not save that setting. Give me back my square brush. And then I'll have to turn on, wait, what? Paint hard brush. Let me copy that. And we're gonna go to Tool and turn on the Unified Colors. You don't know the Frieren meme? Oh, I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. That flew over my head. I'm so sorry. That flew way over my head. I'm sorry, I'm at a point where I assume that any of such comments are just backseating. There we go. Now that's the right perspective. And let's smear. Actually, is there a blur brush? Blur. Nope. Smear is good enough. I'll do smear. Oops. All right. That's good enough. That's good enough. And then before I add in the black rings, I'm gonna do... Ooh, the eyes are still a little off. Let me just fix this real quick, and then I'll add the shadows casted by the eyelids, the upper eyelids. There should be a blur brush. Maybe there is under the vertex paint mode. Vertex paint, vertex paint, vertex. Yeah, there is one here, but I'm not sure if there is one. Let's see. General. Maybe it's just named differently. Blend soft, is that the one? Oh yeah, it's blend soft. Okay. Right? Wait, no. But it's fine. Smear is good enough. But true. I thought there would be a blur brush somewhere in the sculpt paint mode. Let's do multiply and let me just smear. There we go. I think we should be good for the black ring and the pupils. Alright, let's set this to black. Maybe we could do that via grease pencil. Let's see if that would work real quick. Just a quick little test. Let's do surface. Something like that. Draw. What the hell? What the helly? Get out of here! And then this. Delete. Okay, draw. Let's draw this. Actually, before I do that, let me just do a mirror real quick. Mirror. What? There we go. Okay. Now let's do the pupils. All right. Okay. That'll do for now. Thank you, soldier. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Maybe in texture, there's always different tools. Yeah. Hey. Go, Caitlin. Go, Caitlin. Okay. Now, I want to start poly painting, but I'm seeing a lot of weird lumps that I'm just not happy with, like this right there. So let me just clean things up, and then we're gonna start poly painting. What am I doing? I should be in this mode. There we go. Ah, so cursed. There we go. Oh no. Let me just smooth the paint out. Let me set that to give me my soft brush. Soft. And then we'll clean up the edges. There we go. Must be cancer. Oh, will we do the whole body or just the head? Just the head. Just the head. This is supposed to be like a quick little one session speed sculpt, which I thought I could get done in like 2 hours, but here we are streaming for already 2 hours and 17 minutes. So, whoops. And we still got the hair to work on as well. So let's move on to the poly paint. Let's start with the redness real quick. So let's alright, the color zones, right? Actually, I do want to work on a shader that is a little bit more flat than this. Ah, I see. I didn't have it turned on the whole time. My ambient occlusion. Give me that. Whoops. Hydrate. Thank you. Let me just, I hope you guys were having a meal when I did that. I'm kidding. Take it back. Mix color, ambient occlusion, multiply. Oh, let's do 0.8. Hell yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn on the emission shader. There we go. Maybe I'll do like a mix somewhere in between, so I can still tell where the contours are at, but I want to rely on a more sort of a flat shading. Okay, so let's do paint, and then I'm gonna do the red color zones, so the middle portion of the face. And since she has like, chubbier cheeks, I'm assuming that the bony landmarks are just not as prominent in general. Okay. Which means there shouldn't be too much of a yellowing going on. Let's see. Let's not think too much about color zones, because we're working on an anime piece. So let's go by the feels, right? So I'm not gonna do like the bluish zone down here. Maybe a touch. I'll do like a slight desaturation. It's a bit much, even so. There we go. Alright. And then I'm gonna add some reds Whoops. Oh no. Give me my lasso mask. Wow. Let's do the eyes within the mesh itself. Brilliant idea. Oop. Okay, let's work with the mask brush. Alright, now paint. I'm gonna redden the eyelids. Redded. And then we'll do let's see. I think that's good enough. Okay, let's do the shadows. Multiply. I think I want the multiply to be quite saturated. Let's see. Yeah, that's too much. Never mind. Still too much. Okay, slightly better. Let's start with the neck. Vertex painting. I am vertex painting right now. There's a lot of polygons. Alright, so I'm just assuming that there's a light source coming from the top down, and I'm just darkening all of the areas that the ambient occlusion I'm just darkening the ambient the creases where the ambient occlusion would occur, where the ambient light would be occluded. Oh, I didn't paint her lips. Brilliant. Okay. Alright. Let's do an ad. Man, I need to figure out some shorthands on making the head pretty. Gotta figure out the regions that would make anime heads pretty. That's too much. I think I could afford to make this area a little bit more red. That's too orangey. That's the lizard judging my work. Okay, let me add a multiply. Okay, that looks slightly better, right? Not as weird as it was earlier. Slightly better. Okay. Now let's go back to using the mouse. And the gold trim, right? The gold trim. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to select the edges as such. I'm going to duplicate that and separate by selection. There we go. And then I'm going to convert that. I'm going to convert this into a curve.